So again, hopefully we can briefly go through the new program certification process. As a few of you who have been around, maybe as long as I have or longer, might remember, back in fall of '97, a recommendation was made, for the coordinating board to streamline the approval processes of new programs. This was after a review was conducted by internal staff members and appointed external consultants. They focused on two questions: what should the board be doing, and what should the board not be doing? And among these, the general recommendations included that the board and staff should build on the strengths, adopt a long-term view that focuses on the most critical issues facing the state, and create a public agenda for higher education in Texas. And we should reassign the responsibilities of this program review and approval to streamline those procedures in order to free the staff up to address other issues. Those of you that might have been around back then will maybe recognize this. This is what a new program used to look like. We required 3 copies of this to be sent to the coordinating board with all the information. Now, if it was a tech prep program, we requested 5 additional copies of this to send to the TEA. And it's hard to believe that would come from that to just a 1-page or 2-page basically certification form. And I still get questions from colleges saying, is this really all we need to submit? And yes, it is. And again, back in '99, we did streamline a little bit where all we required was a statement of that the program meets financial need, meets the need of the community, that there was a need for the program, and that the school had resources to, including faculty and finances, to start the program. Again, with the new program approval process, again, this was the intermediate stage between the streamlined process and the new certification process. But upon submission of and review of the program, the recommendation would go to the commissioner, and he would give approval, disapproval, and this would prevent it from having to go before the board, which it used to have to wait for the quarterly board meeting before it could be approved. In the new certification process, which began in 2009, the coordinating board adopted these rules, and again I have links here, that outline the process for approval of new academic associate degrees and associate of applied science and workforce certificate programs. Basically, we have the colleges do all the work up front, and they'll do the needs analysis and surveys and cost analysis and make sure they have a sign off by their governing board. And once they get all that, they just send us a certification form, which again just addresses certain issues I'll come to. And we'll post it on the website for 30 days. And during those 30 days, if any college objects or raises concerns about the program, we'll address those. But after the 30-day comment period, if there are no unresolved disputes, then the program is automatically approved. Again, for academic associates, the certification form states that you have governing board approval, student demand, financial sufficiency, and all these things. Again, for certificates, there's a rule that states that the college is approved to teach a core curriculum certificate, a field of study certificate, or a certificate that comprises of 50% of a voluntary compact. Again, these do not need to come to us for approval. You're pre-approved to offer these academic certificates already. And again, those are the only 3 types of academic certificates that we currently recognize. For the applied associate degree, there's a few more items, but it's basically the same thing. You have governing board approval, job market, student demand, and several of these. Now, based on new rules that are being proposed in January, we're adding one statement to this certification form that basically says the new associate degree program is not being requested in a discipline in which the institution previously offered an associate degree which was closed due to low productivity in the last 10 years. Again, this is a 10-year moratorium on any program or associate degree program that has been closed due to being low producing. Now, again, with the low producing rules, which we'll talk about later, college can submit the long application for new program approval if they can prove that some extenuating circumstances have arisen in their region that would indicate that a program would be successful in that area. Again, these are the types of academic certificates. Again, you're authorized to offer any of these that you have. One of the trade-offs, again, was rather than sending us all the information about student need, financial cost, and everything like that, we just require that we do require that you do these studies beforehand to make sure that the program will be viable. But all you need to send us is the certification form. And the trade-off is that we will be looking at the programs in 5 or 10 years just to make sure that they're being successful. Again, we'll be talking about the low-producing program later today, but one of the new processes we're coming up with, and we're about to talk about next, is the existing program performance review. Again, if you have any questions on new programs. Okay. Again, if you have any questions about new programs, again, Gip, you're welcome. I'm also available. You can call or email me. We'll go into existing program performance review after a short break.